What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Comfort Zone, your place for some casual, comfortable Commander. I'm your host, Dan. That's your boy, John. John, what are we doing today?
Today, we're going to be getting down to a little good versus evil battle of things with wings. I'm running the Dimir colored deck, the Lord of the Nazgul. It's a little bit thematic, a little bit spell slinger, definitely not only Lord of the Rings cards, but pretty fully stacked with them. And we're going to make some 9/9 wraiths.
Sweet. Who doesn't love that? Over here, we're going to be doing a special treat. I just unboxed the new Angels Cooler Than Us, no, just like us, but cooler and with wings, Secret Lair deck that features my favorite MTG artist, Scott Fischer. The arts are absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to show them off. I'm going to be helming the deck by Gisela the Broken Blade, and our goal is going to be to meld, but I don't know if this deck is really stocked with ways to get that off, so here's hoping. But without further ado, get comfortable, because it's time to play some Commander.
Whoa!
I got a
14.
dose, bro.
Alrighty.
That's
Wow,
all
look
I
at that.
need.
You, John, going first. We never go first.
You
We
just
don't
went
win a
first
lot. We don't
in the
go
last
first
episode.
a lot.
Oh, wow. Come on now. Team Dan,
Alright, so we're gonna
you know
start
what's
this
up,
off.
dog. You know what's up,
We're going to start
boys.
this off with a tapped Path of Ancestry. And then we're going to pass.
Okay. That's a worthwhile tap land. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Type
Oh
of
my god, the spice, the meat, the flavor. You know? We're going to come
I
out
will
with
know
a...
once you play it.
We're going to come out with a tap land 2, yes? No. Planes into turn 1 play. Which I realize I put very little of in most of my decks. My mana curve starts at like 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just because more fun that way. Okay, we're playing the Speaker of the Heavens. 1/1, lifelink, vigilance. I can tap him to create a 4/4 angel creature token with flying. Activate that ability only if I have at least 7 more life than my starting life total. And only
I love that card.
only at sorcery time, baby. Yeah, pretty cool card.
Love that card. Bro, he is on my list. He is in a sleeve for the Gandalf deck.
Oh, I'm excited
I
about
love that card.
Which,
I love
by the
it.
way, is a really cool deck, so you guys should watch that video when we release it. But otherwise, this guy's going to Sprechen Sie Heaven, and we're passing Z turn. Boom. Go ahead.
Alright, so we're going to untap Z land, and we're going to draw Z
Nice.
card.
Ooh.
And, how does this land work? Nice. I think we're going to have to come in. We're going to have to come in with a Dark Slick Shore. And it's untapped, because I have this land and no other lands. And
Oh my
then,
god, man.
the
That's
spiciest play
slick.
of all. I'm tapping the Dark Slick Shore, and oh boy, we're tapping the Path of Ancestry, and I'm passing the turn. You're up.
Bro, why you gotta do me like that? Last game,
I love
you
it.
hit me with the tap untap. This game, you hit me with the classic mana burn, bro. Alright, we untap.
Mana burn. Leave a comment if you know what that is.
Actually,
and
do.
if your introduction to it wasn't that Jund Commander.
Yeah, we're taking a poll. Year you're born and whether or not you know mana burn. Mana born.
Mana Born.
Okay.
Isn't there a mana? No, it's a Mana Born.
All right, we're
Whatever.
playing the planes. Then we are going to tap 2 for the extremely efficient Marble Diamond, which is a tap for white mana rock, but it ETB's tapped. And then we're going to speak some of the heavens softly in that ear, baby. Heavens.
Oh.
And it's 1. Oh, with Vigilance. Whoops, my bad. Gain a life.
We do like Vigilance.
Oh, it's the best. And then pass. Actually, you know what? Vigilance is like one of the most underrated keywords for me, for my personal thought processes. I love
also
the
really
implications of vigilance, especially how.
Oh, well,
it
again,
relates
think
to-
about on him.
Yeah, activated
Tap
abilities.
abilities.
Come on
Yes.
now. You're good.
Okay, so I untapped and I'm drawing a card, and what is that? That's a card. All right, and now we're gonna read some cards. We're gonna read Path of Ancestry.
Dude, you're doing a lot of cards.
Nice. I do like it reading and cards. We're gonna play a swamp because who doesn't love these token full art?
Oh
the
God,
map art.
please
I love those.
give me more.
You give me more. If only we can get more out of token.
Oh,
So sad.
Rip.
He died like 100 years ago or some nonsense. It's been a long
100
time.
years.
Bro, it's been a
Oh.
while. Look it up.
Oh.
Somebody put in the comments, flame me, because it probably wasn't that long ago. All right, so we're gonna tap the Path of Ancestry for a blue mana. We're gonna tap the Dark Shores also for a blue mana, and then we're tapping the Swamp for a black, and we're
Get out of
funneling
town.
all of that into a Commander Sphere.
Oh, come on. I was wanting a Nazgul, baby. But that's okay. Ramp is...
Yeah, well, you're
ramp
gonna
is
have to Naz, get your butt patient.
good. Oh, my
and
God.
you're out.
I'm a Naz go now. All right, let's take my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, wow. I never played that card in my life. Ain't never played it in my lifetime. I'm very excited about this.
Oh, I love playing cards I've never played.
I'm serious. Yeah, that's pretty ludicrous. Not gonna lie. Oh my God. How
Hit me
exciting.
with it.
Okay. Sorry. We're coming down with a Myriad Landscape. That's not the card. The card's lame. No offense. I really don't like Myriad Landscape. Okay, I'm just gonna say it right now, right here.
It's just
Alright.
it's a big investment. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen, I get it. Like, I have it in decks, but like, it makes me sad every time I see it. And also, come on, upgrade this art. All right. This is a treat. No offense, person who did this. Obviously, I can't make art like that, but come on now. Ain't very myriad to me. The Book of Exalted Deeds.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I've never played this card.
I
I've
love
always-
that card.
Always wanted a home for this card, so very excited. So, legendary artifact. At the beginning of my end step, if I gained 3 or more life this turn, I create a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying, which is pretty fire. Then I can pay 3 white pips and tap it. Exile the Book of Exalted Deeds to put an enlightened counter on target angel, and it gains I can't lose the game, and my opponents can't win the game. Activate that only as a sorcery. So pretty cool, pretty fun. Now, granted, I can't be gaining that much life quite yet, but we're going to get there, and we're going to start getting there by talking to some of that heavenly sweet goodness and attacking you again.
Boom! 1 whole damage. Ka-chow.
Boom, 1 whole
poor
life
heart.
gained. Not enough for the book. That's okay. This library requires some lifeliness. Or pass it.
All right, so we're gonna untap, and now we're gonna get to the real meat of the real.
Oh,
meat
the
of deck.
juice, bro?
What
You gonna
the
ghoul
heck
it up?
is that? Maybe.
You gonna hit me with that sweet,
sweet.
sweet Naz, bro?
Why is this card in your? Oh, that's why. You hate. I have to read like a whole text. You're like, what does this do? Why is this? And you get to the bottom. You're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah. I've been there.
So we're gonna come in, and I think we're gonna play a weird card that you're not expecting, but
I'm
I
not.
really like it.
I'm
You're
ready.
not. We're gonna tap the non-Path of Ancestry cards. We're coming with a blue and a black and a blue from this orb that is actually a sphere that is owned by my commander. And then we're gonna come in with a card I've never played, the Haughty Djinn.
Hey, I love that guy.
I didn't know this existed until I built this deck. He's a star 4 flying. His power is equal to the number of instants and sorceries in my graveyard, and then instant sorcery spells I cast cost 1 less to cast.
Not bad. Pretty good.
So he's a 0/4,
Not bad. Pretty good.
but it's a part of the process. We're gonna pass the turn.
That's not bad. That's pretty good. All right, untap. Upkeep, draw. Oof. That looks a lot like not a land. But
I mean, I
luckily-
missed one too, so
Oh, did you?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Join the Cleave. All right. Tapping 4 to bring out Gisela, the Broken Blade, with that absolute, enigmatic, masterful artistry by Scott M. Fischer, baby. Look at that thing on screen. Oh my God in heaven. Ogle that.
Cue me
that
looking up
bizzle.
definition of enigmatic.
Like not like other things, baby.
Sorry,
Like, you know.
I use the word like every
Okay.
other day. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, okay, listen. On the comfort zone, by the by, we just use words, okay? Sometimes we don't know what they mean. They just sound pretty. That's the
They do
spice
sound
of
nice.
life, baby. Sometimes you just gotta pepper in some absolute schmoozery.
Yeah.
Um,
Bam.
Anyway, now that you're done checking out that art, let me actually tell you what it does. So it is a 4/3 flying first strike lifelink at the beginning of my end step. If I both own and control Gisela the Broken Blade and Bruna the Fading Light, I exile them and meld them into Priscilla, the Voice of Nightmares, which also has a new art. Both of those cards and the backside, all by Scott Fischer. It's absolutely gorgeous. We'll see if I can meld. And I don't trust that untapped land, but I'm gonna trust it anyway because I'm a bad boy. Here it comes, Speaker of the Heavens. Boom!
That was so funny. We're gonna just block and.
Oh, thank the gods. Oh, dude, I was nervous. Okay, we're gaining a life. Doink. And then we're passing.
All right, so we're gonna untap. This haughty Jin was ready to do some spot. Oh, I just threw a bunch of cards on the top of my library.
Nice.
But they fell in the right. They fell in the right order.
That's a solid play, bro.
I like card advantage so much.
Who don't?
We're gonna tap 4, and we're actually only gonna tap 3. He with that tap on tap.
Oh, dude. Got me again, brother.
And we're gonna play Deep Analysis for 3.
Oh, spicy.
So I'm
What
gonna
a
draw
great card.
2 cards.
What is that art, bro? Is that a Lord of the Rings art?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Lord of the Rings flavor text too.
We'll pop it
It's
up on
somebody in a
screen for you.
cave. Yeah, it's somebody in a cave. It's Gandalf. He's like, there are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world. I think he's talking about the Balrog.
Yeah. That's sweet. That's a really nice flavor. Although it's weird that it's blue. Like for that flavor text. But still cool.
All in all, some of the color choices of the cards was one of the things that confused me the most about the set.
Some of them.
Was like some of the color alignments of the spells. Not the creatures, the spells. But, you know, I don't work on the design team, so who's to say?
Yeah, fair.
Then we're going to come in with a swamp. We did get that land for a turn out of that, which we're very excited about. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to look at these cards in my hand and sadly realize I don't have enough mana to play any of them, so we're going to pass.
Sweet. My cat is trying to join the Angelic display here. We're going to untap. We're going to upkeep. We're going to draw.
Upkeep.
Come on,
Draw.
bro. Get up here.
What?
Or go down there. No, I'm sorry. I'm talking to the cat. Okay. Here we go. Planes. We also got a land. Look at that. Isn't that nice when that works out like that?
Yeah, I love that.
You got me and you be drawing the planes and such. Dude, synergy. Should we just do it? Should we gas it up?
Gas it up a little bit. Sure.
Oh my god, the amazement I have here going. This stuff is crazy. This deck is wild. Alright, we're gonna do some mana. We're gonna tap it out. We're gonna float 5, and we're gonna use 2 of it to play the Tome of Legends.
Oh, nice.
So when it enters the battlefield, it enters with a page counter on it, and then
Books have pages.
I know. Well, this one, ironically, actually has a big hole in the book, so not as many pages as one might think. But either way, it's going to have 1 page counter as it restructures itself. And then whenever my commander enters the battlefield or attacks, I put a page counter on it. And then I can pay 1 and tap it to remove a page counter from it to draw a card. Card advantage is the best thing in Magic. And then we have another 2 that we are going to use for the Griffin Airy, or however you say that. It's one of them AE words, so it's anybody's guess. At the beginning of my end step, if I gained 3 or more life this turn, I create a 2/2 white Griffin creature token with flying. So between that and the book, baby, we're basically a token deck at this point. Then we're going to use that final mana we had floating to activate the Tome of Legends right away, removing a page counter and drawing a card.
Nice.
Because we can. So that's mana utilization for you guys. Textbook, little 101. We exhausted those resources for a lot of
textbooks also have pages.
See, it comes full circle. Okay, I do not trust those untapped mana sources but we're YOLOing it anyway. And we're going to move to combat with Gisela. We're going to solo her because I believe your Jin guy is now a 1/4.
I did
or
sneak
1/5
in that
or
spell
something.
last turn.
Yeah,
He's a 1/4, yeah. I don't like it.
All right, so she's coming in solo. What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna watch her fly right by this haughty Jin and smack me in the face with every broken piece of that blade.
Oh yeah, that's like a lot of blade pieces. We are going to go up to the 47, and then post-combat main phase, we are going to tap the Spreckens of Heavens because I now have 7 more life than my starting life total, and we're going to create a 4/4 Angel token with the beautiful new Scott Fischer art. Check that stuff out right there. Yeah, and then we're going to move to our end step and get even more crazy jankery because we've gained 4 life this turn. So Book of Exalted Deeds is going to make me a 3/3 Angel. And
yes, it is.
The Griffin area is going to make me a 2/2 Griffin. I mean, this is insane. Don't you think this is busted?
I do think it's a little bit busted. And
So
don't
here-
forget about your page counter because you attacked with Gisela.
Oh, look at that, bro. The synergy. So there's the page counter. There's the weird looking angel. And there's the Griffin.
That's a lot of stuff
so
happening.
that's some craziness, and we're passing.
This is not looking good for your boy. We're gonna do our
Come
best.
on, ya
We're
boy.
tapping, we're drawing, and oh, what? Enters tap. Let's draw 2 or more other lands. Ho ho ho! Shipwreck Marsh coming in untapped because I got all these lands. Oh
snap.
yes. Oh, so we have 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a whole bunch.
Nice.
Now we gotta think about some stuff. What is this? Oh, that would have been really good. Not this turn. Unfortunately, it's not this turn. It's last turn. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Here's the thing, dog. Here's the thing.
Yes.
I wish I had 7 mana. I only got 6.
7 mana would be nice.
7 mana would be super nice. But we ain't got that. So we're just gonna tap 6. We're gonna tap this. Boom, 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 boom. Path of Ancestry is finally gonna activate because the first thing I'm casting is a freaking Nazgul.
Oh, Nazgul, bro. Nice.
So because that mana was spent to cast a creature spell that shares a creature type with my commander, I scry 1. Let's take a looky here. Oh, we are leaving that on the... I hate this. We're leaving it on top already.
Ooh.
That's rough. And then, so the Nazgul has like a 10-foot long text box, pardon me, my friends.
Sweet.
It's a 1/2 death touch. When it enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Sorry, it's not a long text box. It's that I now have to tell everybody what the ring does. And then, whenever the ring tempts me, I put a +1/+1 counter on all my wraiths. And the deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. If anybody doesn't know, there's 9 Nazgul in the story. So it's super cool if they were like, let's make the Nazgul with 9 different arts. I only have like 7 or 8 of them. But 9 different arts. And you can run 9 of them in the deck. I think that was super cool, super flavorful, very pleasant and pleasing to me as a lover of Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering.
Absolutely.
So the ring's gonna tempt me, and I get to make somebody a ring bearer because we're getting married. We're not.
Oh.
The ring.
Is that how that works?
The ring bearer? No. So the ring tempts you. You pick somebody to hold the ring, and they give you this cute little ring cut out. I'm gonna get something to replace it eventually, but there it is. And then the ring gains abilities. The creature that's holding it has those abilities. So the first ability is your ring bearer is legendary and cannot be blocked by creatures with greater power. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that ring and we're gonna put it on this haughty Jin here.
Nice.
Because he only got 1 power, so ain't nothing to be blocking him. People are out there like, don't you want to save him as a blocker? And I'm not interested.
No.
In that.
Come on.
And then, if you noticed, I tapped 6 mana and used 3 of it. So we're coming out with 3 more. And here it is, another Nazgul.
Oh. Wow.
Boom, 6 mana, 2 Nazgul. I really like the conversion rate there.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So, you know, we're putting all these counters out, and we're bearing the ring. And then the second ability that my Haughty Djinn is going to get is, whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card and then discard a card. So get ready for your boy to be discarding cards, but only after he puts them in his hand.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to everybody's favorite step, which is the unkeep. The unkeep.
The unkeep.
That
baby.
would be my. That's my favorite step. But we're actually going to combat, which is my second favorite step.
All right.
And we're coming in with this 1/4 Haughty Djinn that can only be blocked by things with power 1 or 0. So.
All right, we don't got none of that. Well.
So when he attacks, I'm going to draw.
Untapped.
And then I'm going to discard a card. I knew what I was going to draw. We're going to throw the Voracious Fell Beast into the grave. And yes, I know he's one of like 3 cards in the decks that actually have wings.
Yeah, come on.
But, you know.
You're discarding that sweet, sweet things with wings thing.
Dude, listen. Things with wings. Things with wings versus things with bling. Huh?
Bro. Roll
Wish
it
I would have
back.
thought of that when we were looking at the intro.
Dang,
Alrighty.
bro. Oh
And you're
my
gonna-
God.
You're gonna
All
take
right.
that one. You're gonna take that one.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. The turn's over. It's been
All
over.
right. Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
Everything
I'm
in
not,
that deck has flying.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm freaking scary over here.
I know.
We are playing like insane synergistic.
I have a.
ludicrosities.
I don't. I'm a little bit concerned.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make it even worse. How's that? We're gonna play the most fire. This is my favorite art of Scott Fischer's arts. In this Secret Lair, I won't say of all time. I have to double check. But honestly, I don't know why I love it so much. I just do. It's amazing, and here she is. It's the Archangel of Thune. So pop that art up down in the area that the art be going. This thing is crazy. Look at the design. I don't know. There's something about the heft in like the hand and the glove. I don't know. It's something about it. The very feathery like press plating and everything. Oh, thank you, Scott. Thank you. Okay. Now, with that being said, this thing is ludicrous. If you've never seen this card before, it's 3/4 flying lifelink. Whenever I gain life, I put a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control.
Yeah.
That's creatures. Okay? So, Scary Town, McScare, Ursa. Then we're going to move to Combattery. You got that thing, but I got like a bunch of expendable dudes. So we're coming in with the crowd. So we got a dos, a thrace, a quattro, and a quattro thrace for our international listeners.
Before you do that, you're gonna gain the first strike lifelink from what's her name, and you're gonna slap counters on everything else.
I am if you have no blockers or nothing.
I can't. I tap. I only got flying.
Ooh. Well, remember last turn when you were like, "Oh, save him for a blocker," but nah. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you still would have gained the life, so.
Yeah. That's a fair point. And we like to go to combat, so turn everything sideways, albeit. That's going to be that 4 damage first. It's going to pop me up to 50. And it's going to put a +1/+1 counter on the clan. So cut for countering. All right, countered up. Boop, 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 boop. So we got 4 damage on. Don't know what that brings you to, but we're going to add on top of that an absolutely ludicrous, super pushed precon amount of damage from 5/5 here, 4/4, and a 3/3. So what's that? Math
12.
majors. That's 5, 9. Yeah, 12 extra damage.
Rough. That slaps me down to 18.
Yeah, this thing is nuts, not gonna lie. I don't know if it always plays like this, but
They definitely, I mean, listen, mono white life gain, as somebody who's, like I kind of mentioned earlier, building one right now.
oh yeah.
Life gain synergies are stupid. Life gain synergies, like, there's so many little things. Like, even look at your board, like, all you had to do is gain 3 life and be at 7 more life your starting life total, and you're making 2 angels and a griffin every turn. Like,
Yeah.
and it's not even like you have like 50 things out. Like, you had 1 angel, 1 guy, and 2 enchantments, and you went boom, 3 tokens a turn. Like, the synergies
exactly.
are insane.
I mean, that's kind of the crazy part of this. I don't know. I'm not used to, like, I haven't played a life gain deck since the last time I dabbled with it. I think we've all tried to like do something with it, but like this is cracked. I mean, life gain got a lot more support over time. So if this is the power that sits at now, like that's pretty wild to me. Anywho's, we are also going to get a counter on the Tome of Legends, add another page to that biblique, and then we are out of combat. We're done with the combating. And we are going to tap the old Speaker of the Heavens, of course.
Oh yeah.
For another.
Speak it to me.
For another Angelina. Not a sponsor. And then all people named Angelina are not currently sponsoring. That is true.
That is true.
And then.
If your name's Angelina, just quick. If your name's Angelina, and you want to help us out,
you can sponsor.
You can.
Show's brought to you by Angelina, just random. Angelina.
Random Angelina.
We're gonna come out with another Scott art because we can. Let's come down with the absolutely beautiful Commander's Plate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, getting slapped by like 8 million damage and you gaining like 1,000 life is worth it, because I think that art, like Archangel of Doom is my favorite, but that Commander's Plate to me came out of nowhere. Like it absolutely, I'm like, when he previewed it, I'm like, oh okay, sweet, angels, oh my god, gorgeous paintings, oh my god, and I saw the Commander's Plate and I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, it is actually kind of really beautiful, especially like IRL with the way the foiling works with like the little stained glass elements. Honestly, everything in this deck is this is literally like, this is barely even like a game of Magic. I mean, obviously it is, but it's like an art expo. You guys are just like at like an art show pretty much.
You're just drowning in some of the sweetest art. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's gonna be it for us, but we do still have end step craziness because we still be gaining that life, so we're gonna go ahead and make another Griffonial and another Angelic.
Angelic?
Yeah. Maybe not the...
Like, combine our names, John and Daniel. Joniel.
Bro, that means nothing. It's like one of those coincidences I overreact to, and I'm like, wait, a made-up word I said has like all this relevance to our names. Okay, pass it up, and yeah,
right, so we're gonna...
like, good luck, dog. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah, I mean, I have never seen it.
Neither have I, though. This isn't even my deck. That's the thing. Oof.
I mean,
bro,
like,
Wizards, what are you doing?
You know,
putting these bangers together and just boxing them up and sending them to me in a thing like this, like this gorgeous little hollow foil box.
I like that little box.
And then you're just gonna have it come out of the sleeves and do stuff like this. If you guys haven't picked these up, if these are still available, go get yourself one. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna do something. We're gonna do something a little crazy here. We're gonna tap this Commander's thing, and we're gonna flashback the deep analysis for 1 mana and 3 life, because our life is already in the garbage can. So, and I want to draw more cards. So we're gonna draw 2 cards. And we're gonna hope one of them's a land. Oh, it is. You can't tell, but I promise it's an island. It's just a big black square.
Our favorite lands here in the comfort zone.
Favorite lands. And then, you know, there's a lot of things I could do, right? There's a lot of things. But I think the most important thing is just to play as many Nazgul as I can before I die. So we're going to tap these 3, and we're going to play this Nazgul, and we're going to scry 1, and we're going to put that on the bottom. I guess. I don't know if it's gonna matter. Maybe I should have done that before I drew 2 cards. I don't know. And then
Overrated.
I have to ring temp. So now the ring has its third ability, which is that things that block it die at the end of combat, which is strange because again, things can only block it if they have more power.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what they were looking to do with that ability.
I guess it can kill indestructible things.
Can it though? It says that creature sacrifices. It can. Don't
Yeah,
be
but,
blocking
like,
my Death Touch Nazgul with
With your stuffy doll, bro. Or
yeah,
whatever.
like, I don't know. And then we're gonna tap 3 more mana, and like I said, we're going full send on the Nazgul. We're playing another Nazgul.
Oh my god.
Just because who
Dude, I
needs
didn't
a
know you were
commander
repping that many Naz in hand.
when you can just I drew both of them just now.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, I drew 2 cards and they were both Nazgul, which made this turn way more fun, to be quite honest. Because what was in my hand before, not for me. And then we are gonna take this and we're gonna make this Nazgul over here the ring bearer because he's the biggest Nazgul.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if that makes sense, but we're gonna do it. And then because we're tapped out, we are gonna go to combat. Do I have any instants and sorceries in my graveyard? Audience? The creature? Can we count that? No? Alright.
Not today.
So we're going to combat. I'm coming in with this Nazgul. He is a 4/5, and this one's a 5/6. There they go, galloping into the night.
That's pretty strong. 4/5 will block with this. The 3/3 Angel and the 2/2 Griffin untapped. And then we'll just take the other one.
Right. Take the 5.
Yeah.
Oh, when I attack, I draw and discard. We're doing that. Sure, we'll discard that card. Who cares?
My Griffin and Angel die. And I believe your 4/5 dies. And then the other guy be dealing that damage to me. And I guess
5 damage.
I lose 3 too, right? Because of the...
You do, because whenever he deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life.
You got
Getting
it.
in there.
Nice.
And then post-combat main phase, we have a play.
Oh, a
This is great.
free magic
We're gonna play Barad-dûr, because I didn't play a land for... Wait, did I play a land? I did. Oh, I already played a stupid island.
Oh, yeah, the black square. Come
I
on,
just
get
wanted
out
to
of
look, the
here.
Barad-dûr. Look, it's cool.
It is pretty. It works to
I
show.
like it. So it's just gonna stay in my hands.
Alright.
Sad. Alright, you are up and free to
Yeah.
beat my
holy-
face in.
I have to wholly strike that
That's fine.
that board
That's
there.
fine.
But
yeah.
just to put a saucy little cap on it, we're gonna equip the commander's plate to Gisela so that we can have that beautiful visual. Look at that, actually. That's
I
kind
do
of nice.
like that.
And then we'll go to combat with the crew.
That's a lot of cards.
Which potentially should be the end game. So this lady is a 7/8. This is 9 damage here. 17. You were at 18, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Don't forget first strike +1s.
that's
just
a
boom,
lot. So
smack,
boom, boom,
kaplow.
boom, kaplow.
Oh, that's
Feathers everywhere. Nazgul bits all over. The ring
Oh.
lost to oblivion. GG. All right, dude. Well, that was pretty, at least for me, completely unexpected.
Yeah,
Every single
I mean,
time I crack a precon, especially like, well, I've never got one of these Secret Lair precons, but like, especially one with a simple theme is like, oh, Angels in Life Gain. I was like, oh, I expect to see dope art, but I also expect to see something like way mid. And even when I was like sleeving it up, I'm like, okay, this seems like pretty nice, but there's some like, you know, cards in here. I'm like, okay, whatever, like Shouted Angel or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's like a bit of a limp noodle, but by the end, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like dude, R&D does good. I mean, like this thing seems well balanced and kind of gassed. I mean, is wild. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like the life gain synergies, like it's so easy to be like, in a lot of decks, I feel like you do one thing and you get one benefit. And you do this other thing, and this other benefit. In a life gain deck, like I did this one thing, and now I'm going to just rattle off all these benefits. Which, like again, I'm building it. That is how a life gain deck, in my opinion, should run. You're taking one positive thing that you can do to then make a bunch of other things happen, which, I mean, that's value central. And not only is it value central, you're not just getting card advantage. You're not just getting more creatures. You're making yourself harder to kill. Like, what was your life total at the end of that game? Like 50-something? Like, it couldn't have been...
Well, after your little ding, you know... well, okay, if you counted my last swing there, which
that's what I mean, yeah,
we didn't really
you
calculate
popped over 50.
Yeah, I definitely
like,
would have been well up there.
You know what I mean? So, like, you take one idea and you just push it. And I mean, again, if we're talking about push life gain cards, not only is it one of the most beautiful cards in that deck, but Archangel Thune is never.
Yeah, that thing is tossed. I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you for sure. Especially like now, over time, like I was saying, like, you know, life gain didn't feel like it had all that gas for so long, and you know, I think Commander in general has kind of taken a shift back to like combat matters more than it was for a period of time. I feel like, I mean, this is a whole other conversation for the podcast. Little shameless plug. However, you know, back in the day, I feel like things kind of were a little bit more like non-creature, you know, combo-y oriented, at least like when people were still figuring out like the different things they could have done with Commander. I'm talking like, you know, when EDH kind of like first came to picture, like, yes, of course, right away you have your like Outer Dragon-y decks, but like I feel like then people started experimenting with stuff and non-creature oriented methodologies were like a lot more pushed, but I'm following the rabbit. But the long story short is, life gain at the time I felt like wasn't as impactful because it was like, oh, well, if I gain life, you know, chip damage isn't really having a huge impact here, and eventually somebody's going to combo out and kill me anyway. So without like extra synergies to back it up, and knowing that you could lose the game by like a Thassa's Oracle or whatever, even if you gained life, it made it feel like a little bit less of a reason to invest into it. But this synergy train with the life gain here was absolutely crazy. Now for me, you know, the real victory of this game has very little to do with me walking away with the belt, you know, not even my deck. What it has to do with is just the art, bro. I mean, can I say this? Listen, you know, art and Magic is one of my favorite things about Magic. You know what I mean? It's like Yu-Gi-Oh is Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh art. You know what I mean? Like, it's so identifiable with the brand Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? But like Magic's art to me is like the most holistically like fantasy art you can get. And some of these older school takes on art, these more traditionalist art making styles. And if you haven't seen Scott Fischer's art style, like definitely go follow him on Instagram and watch his process, especially when he paints on metals. It's just like it's an incredibly cool thing to watch and realize that these are like classical full-scale art pieces that can condense down onto your Magic card. That's an experience with Magic that has always been one of my favorite things. When a set gets released and we get to look at the art, I'm like, oh my god, like these are wild. So Scott has always been a personal favorite of mine. I'm sure you guys have your own, and in this case, getting to have a whole deck kind of, you know, not dedicated entirely, but focused around his work, and getting to see it actually come together and play some of the cards in a synergistic way is just an awesome experience. So if anything else, this is kind of like a showcase game for me to unbox this deck and just fanboy over Scott for a minute. However, with that being said, I really like the idea behind your Nazgul deck. This is my first time seeing John's Nazgul deck. Usually we see each other's decks thousands of times because we play Magic way too much. Well, it's never enough, to be honest. But but we have so many decks, and John just kind of recently threw this one together, so I haven't seen this one yet. So I really like the concept behind it. It is just simply a shame that this deck went so gassed before we could even see the Commander come out. But I definitely want to see that deck again. What in a general sense like is the end goal, since we didn't really get to see it pop off?
I mean, The end goal is really, again, so the commander, when you cast a spell, you make a 3/3 wraith, and then if you have 9 or more wraiths, all your wraiths become 9/9s. Having 9/9/9s is a lot of damage for a 1v1. So the goal is to kind of use card advantage, spell slingy style stuff, you know, some card draws, a little bit of flashback, a little bit of reanimation to just like keep the Nazguls relevant. That then it's kind of nice because it's on any turn. So like you attack me and I have 8. If I cast a spell or 2 spells to get from 7 to 9, being able to then have 9/9/9 blockers can absolutely rip the tide of combat wide open.
Yeah.
Because the commander also becomes a 9/9. And then of course on your turn, it's being able to go like, I'm gonna draw 2 cards and have 9/9/9s and just overwhelm you. All the tokens have menace. One of the other guys who generates wraiths, Sauron, also gives the tokens menace. Then there's a card that gives all the tokens death touch. So it's really around just like getting those wraiths out with a couple, you know, the haughty Jinn. He makes my sorcerer's cost less so I can cast more a turn. But really the goal is to get the commander out, sling some spells, and just swarm. Which again, we didn't quite get there. But it's a lot of fun. I've only played it a handful of times since I built it in general. And it's a lot of fun. I think there's variants of this deck that play like free counters and deadly relics and things. And then like they ramp, they play the commander. They ramp, they play their commander, and then they just play a bunch of like cheap spells and go, oh, you're just dead now? I think this deck, if optimized a particular way, could be vicious. Yeah. That's not really where I wanted it to sit. Similarly how I talked about the Urza deck. I wanted it to sit in a particular spot. And there's a lot of cards in the deck. Again, Barad-dûr amass orcs. But it's a land for Lord of the Rings, so
yeah,
it's in here.
Well, I mean, you guys will see that us do this all the time. I mean, you know, there's always that conversation around Commander, like, what are you trying to do? What's the game experience you want, right? Like, what are you optimizing for? You know, I think we both started playing Commander. Of course, like most people, you probably fall into that trap where like we're optimizing for power. You know, it's very exciting what you can accomplish in Commander. So it's like, oh, how much juice can I squeeze into this stack? You know what I mean? But you know, nowadays with our gameplay style, a lot of times we optimize more for kind of like flavor or the ability to sit down. You know, like if you watch our casual meets competitive, you know, game, we really want that ability to sit down at any table and be able to pull out a deck where we can sit across from a new player to a veteran to somebody who's kind of into CEDH to somebody who just wants to play cheese and unsets and things like that. You know, having something where we can be at any table and hit those levels just means we can play more Magic. And like that's the goal at the end of the day. But yeah, I like that deck. You know, I really didn't expect that going into it. I thought it was going to be like a stereotypical typal deck. But like the glimmers of the direction there of kind of doing something where it's more spellcasty and you're generating your typal support as like an ancillary second thought to the spellcast is a really cool synergy that I like and would like to see again. So with that being said, let us know down in the comments, of course, what you guys thought of the Scott Fischer Secret Lair deck, or well, the Angel Secret Lair deck, and specifically these awesome Scott Fischer arts, as well as, you know, whether or not you guys got this deck, or maybe some other Secret Lairs that you really appreciate, or your favorite Magic artist for that matter. And of course, let us know if you want to see this Nazgul deck again, so that we can see it actually pop off and maybe do the thing, as you will, because every deck should get a chance to do the thing for sure. And just so you guys know, we will be releasing our podcast soon, if we haven't already, which is going to be on Wednesday, so check that out. And if you haven't heard yet via our other announcement means, we have changed our release day from Fridays now to Sundays. So in case you're looking out for those videos, make sure to be checking around on Sundays for our new vids. Or, hear me out, if you want to support the channel and you definitely don't want to miss a video, go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, leave a like, leave a comment. Helps us to create more content for you guys, keep the trajectory of the channel going up, and you'll never miss a video, no matter what day we post it. But thank you guys for being here. It was an awesome time. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. And as always, we'll see you in the multiverse.